Hey YouTube fam, what up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I got a special one for you guys today. So I've posted some shorts on the channel, and a lot of you got, and it was of metal melting and like recycling and stuff like that. So, and it got a lot of views. So I take it you guys like seeing that stuff. So I bought this motor from the scrapyard. I actually paid for it, scrap value, whatever they charged me, 55 cents a pound or whatever for it. It's a giant electric motor, and in this video I'm going to break it down and then we're going to melt it and turn it into art. So if you guys enjoy that, make sure you drop a like, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe. So let's get started. I don't want to ramble on here too much. Let's get started and break this giant motor down and see what's inside of it. Well, there's the inside of it. Now we just got to see if it's copper. I'm hoping it is. It looks like it is. Let's get some out and cut it and see if it is. It's copper. And we'll cut a little piece here. Yeah, see right there? It's definitely copper, so that's a good thing. Just wanted to show you guys where I cut it to make sure it was copper. So yeah, right there I cut it. I cut a piece of it off and hammered it, and the whole inside is copper. So now we just got to get the rest of this apart and get the copper out of there. So let's keep going. Alright guys, I got both ends off. Now I gotta cut the case. I got both ends off and verified that it's copper in there. So now I gotta find a good line on the case, or two good lines on the case. Probably somewhere down here where these grooves are. I'm gonna have to cut the case across this side and across this side with my angle grinder. So we're gonna get started and do that. had it on time lapse, guys. I'm not sure if it caught it. I just got the motor to pop. So the case. I just got the case to crack off that stator. See that big old gap? It's probably hot. I don't want to touch it too much, but yeah, I just got it to crack with that big old pry bar right there. I jammed it down in here and right in here and started prying, and I had it close enough where it just cracked it. So now I'm gonna put you guys back on the regular video, and we're gonna get that stator outside of that case so we can cut the crown off of it. So let's get that done. Finally got it moving, guys. It's finally moving around in there. I'm not sure what's keeping it in, but whoops. All right, it finally slid. Let me see if I can get it. Back up on these blocks. Oh, it's ready. Alright guys, as you've seen, I was wrestling with that quite a bit, but I think I finally got it now. Use this one on this side, and this one on this side, and just walk it out. Yep, I finally got it. Get this out of here, and then the next step is to cut the crown. There we go. Back over here. Back over here. It's out. Oh. Yeah, buddy. There it is, guys. I got it out of there. Whew, that was a job. Not too bad. Not for the amount of copper I'm gonna get. Nice big old copper. Alright guys, I'm gonna get set up to cut the crown, and then we'll cut the crown. Alright guys, here we go. It's time to cut this crown off, so let's get this crown cut off of here. Alright, here we go. Whew, that's gonna be a job. Alright guys, I finally got a sawzall here. Got the right tool for the job. That angle grinder wouldn't go in deep enough, so I got a sawzall here with a metal blade on it. So we're gonna cut it and hope this works. Whoops. Got it. Heck yeah. Now I just gotta pound all the stuff out of the stator. All these, I gotta pound them out of there. And we get set up to do that, and that's what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna get it all crucible friendly. But first we gotta get all these out of here. Alright guys, this thing's got too much epoxy in it, so I gotta cut the other crown off. There's just no way that's coming out of there. I'm gonna cut this crown off of here, and then we'll heat up the core with the furnace to get some of the epoxy burned off, and then I'll pull the strands out that way. This thing's giving me a lot more trouble than I thought it was gonna be. All because of that stupid epoxy that's in there. All the copper is like epoxied in there. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna cut this crown off. Sorry about that, guys. As I cut the crown off, I accidentally knocked you guys over, but there it is, it's off. Second crown. Just gotta bust it up and put it in this bucket. Here's what I did with the other one. That's the other crown. I broke it all up so it's crucible friendly in little pieces and put it in this bucket. We're gonna get ready and melt it up here in a little bit after I break up this other crown. So let's get it busted up, put it in this bucket, and then we'll start melting some of it. Alright guys, I'm going to start right there. Let's get ready to melt it. And then I still got that core. We're going to put that on top of the furnace and try to pull those pieces of copper out. Put a piece of cardboard in there so that the crucible don't stick to my fire brick down in there. Come over here. Grab this crucible. Boom. Set it down in there. Whoops. There we go. Leave a little gap all the way around. And that's it. It's ready. Now we gotta light it. Alright guys, now I just gotta let that stator heat up. It's got a bunch of epoxy in it. Once it heats up, I'm gonna pull all them strands of copper out of there. And then we're gonna get that thing off of the furnace and keep adding copper until we get a full crucible. But right now we just gotta let that thing heat up and let the copper melt inside. So I'll put you back on in just a second when we get to the next point. Here, I'm gonna help you hold it.
It's on fire.
I know. Good enough. I'll get the rest. I can turn the furnace back on now. Woo! Green flame now, but I doubt you guys can see it because it's so daylight outside. It's super bright out there, so I can see it if I look from a certain angle, but the camera ain't picking it up. we go, guys. Half a crucible of red hot molten liquid copper. There it is. All in one shot. Woo! And it is hot. Ooh, it's on fire. Woo! And I ruined the barrel. Melted a hole in the bottom of the barrel, guys. Oh, it was too hot. Melted right through it. I'm curious to see what that's going to look like here in a little while. Alright guys, let's see if we can get this copper out of here. I feel some pieces. Ooh, it's hot. There's another piece. Hopefully there's a big piece down in there somewhere. Just keep finding little chunks of it. I think the big chunk went on the bottom. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to take all these Orbeez back out of this barrel to get this out. So that's what we're gonna start doing. I know you guys don't want to watch all that, so I might just run a time lapse of it here in the background. I gotta take the Orbeez out and put them back in here and then get the copper pieces out. I think they're stuck to the bottom. Alright guys, here's where we are. I got all the Orbeez out of the bucket. I filled those 2 pans and I put the rest of them down in that big metal thing. This is empty. I got the pieces of copper out. They're right here. So this piece and this piece were stuck down in the bottom. I wanted to show you guys what I'm really trying to do here is make pieces like this, but bigger. So that looks really cool to me. If it was bigger, then you could polish it up and display it as art. I like the way that looks. I'm trying to make stuff like this, but bigger. So that's why I'm trying to do, you know, different size containers and trying different things. I'm just trying to see what I can do. All these pieces are kind of cool, and this piece is really cool. It's the biggest one I got. The ones that end up flat like this on the bottom, I consider those fails. That's not really art. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not the goal with what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do is make stuff like this, but bigger, so it can be displayed as art, unique pieces that are one of a kind. But anyway, enough of that. Here's where we are with the rest of the copper. I got all the copper out of this, and then here it is right here. This is all copper, and then this right here, and then I got these 2 things that I wound up. But that's enough of me rambling. Right now we're gonna stuff all this copper in this crucible, and then whatever else we can fit, we're gonna stuff in there, and we're gonna get it put on the furnace and get another batch melted up, and this time we're gonna pour it in these containers. So if I get a full crucible, I'm gonna pour half in each one, or whatever. You know, if I just get part of a crucible, then I'll just use it in one. Anyway guys, let's get set up and get the rest of this copper melted and finish up this video. Alright, that's gonna have to do for now. We'll add more to it. That's all I can get in there to start with. Alright guys, I didn't get a full crucible and I still got more, but I burnt myself, so I'm gonna tend to my wound and redo some more later. It's getting too hot anyway. Melting slowly, guys. Be pouring it in just a minute. melting now. Gonna have a good puddle of copper down there. All right, let's let it finish melting and then we're gonna pour it. Alright guys, I can't get all the crusty stuff off the top. It's too hot. So we're just gonna go for it. Nice liquid molten copper in there. Like 3/4 of a crucible. Alright guys, here we go. Oh! Had a bunch of copper stick to my spoon and my stir. I'll get it off of there one way or another. Here's this mess. I think I really made something cool this time because the copper wasn't going straight to the bottom. It was staying right about the middle around the Orbeez and cooling off like it's supposed to. What'd you think about that, guys? Was that pretty cool? Melted down that whole big motor. That whole motor has been melted down now. All we got left is the center core right there. But anyway, guys, I'm glad to get this one over with. It's too hot to be melting metal this time of year. Next, I'll probably be doing some gnome casting, so look out for that. There's a bunch of little pieces. I hope that's not all I find. There's a piece. Yeah. Oh man, I hope there's a big piece in there somewhere. There's a bigger piece.
why it breaks.
It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
I know, I wish it would all stay together. It don't though. It makes little chunks. Ooh, it's hot still. I think I'm gonna have, you can stop it. I think I'm gonna have to let it. There's a little bit bigger piece. Oh wow, that one's cool. And it's hot. Woo! Yeah, that one's cool. Look, guys, check that out. I like that one. Ooh. Mm-hmm. So many tiny pieces. It's gonna be hard to find all those tiny pieces.
Yeah. I know she's spraying it.
Woo!
Hot?
Yeah.
Still.
There's another good sized one. I'll show you guys all of these at the end once we get them all out. Woo! That's another cool one. Wish they would have all stuck together into one piece. Alright guys, I gotta let this stuff cool off some more. I'll bring you back on once it cools off. Alright guys, I think it cooled off now. I put some water in it. Let's see if we can get these pieces out of here. Ooh, that's a big piece. Let's see what that's gonna look like. There's another little piece. Let's get this big piece. Oh man, it's all flat. Oh, that looks like crap. I don't like it when it looks like that. There's a cool piece. There's a cool piece. I wish they were bigger though. It's all little pieces now. Alright guys, there's nothing left but little pieces now. See? Here's all of it from everything. So these pieces, these big pieces that are flat, that's not really art to me. So I'll probably either cut those up and remelt them if I can get them in the crucible, or if not, I might just take them to the scrapyard and just get fresh stuff. But these 4 pieces here, the ones that I just showed you, I'm not gonna keep. I don't really like them. Go ahead and set them down here somewhere. These pieces I will keep or sell one. This is my favorite one right here. See how big it is? That's what I'm trying to make, is a big piece like that. Or this one's pretty cool too. This one, I like how long it is. And this one's kind of cool. And then there's just a lot of little pieces. This one's pretty neat. But yeah, it's mostly just little pieces. So I'll figure out something to do with it, and we'll put it in a jar or something. Make something cool looking out of it. Anyway, guys, that's going to finish up this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like and leave me a comment and let me know what you think about it. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Love you, fam. Later.